Hi everyone, it's Karen. So I just got 2 new stamp sets and coordinating dies, so I decided to come in here and make a video to show you how I organize all my stamps and dies in Evernote. The first thing I do is I just click in my search bar here in Chrome. I use Chrome as a browser. I find it works the best for me. It has the tools I need. For example, the extension for Evernote works the way that I'd like it to work. You can also get an extension for Firefox and Safari, but I like Chrome the best. So what I do when I search for the stamp set is I type it up the way I want it showing as a title in Evernote and the way I want it showing on my label. I'm going to show you what I mean. So the stamps I have today are both from Mama Elephant, and the way I type my label is like this. And I put ME in parentheses because sometimes I abbreviate that. And then I type the name of the stamp set, Stackable Cuties in this case. I capitalize everything exactly the way I want it. I press enter, and then I click on images. From there, I find the image that matches my stamp set. In this case, it's this one right here. You can see it here, and it's a nice clear image. It's made by Mama Elephant. I right click, I come down to where it says Evernote Web Clipper, and I choose Clip Image to Evernote. That then takes that exact image in a good size, brings it into Evernote, and I can click right over here in the green area where it says View in Evernote. Now that's going to show me what it has for me in Evernote. And this is exactly perfect. I don't want the image to be bigger than this. It could be even a little bit smaller, not to take up too much space, but still be clear. Mostly I search for these on my phone, so they really don't need to be very big. And you see now it has brought over the title as I typed it in my search phrase. If I have the coordinating dies in the pocket with my stamp set, then what I do is I type in after the title, just in parentheses, with dies, so that I know that the dies are in the pocket as well and that I have the dies. So let's say if I go shopping and I see the dies are on sale, or I see the dies and I thought I didn't have them, I can look at my phone right away and see that I do have the coordinating dies to go with this. When Evernote brings your image into the program, it always chooses a default folder, and it's not always the same one. I've been lucky lately, it's always choosing my stamps notebook, but that isn't always the case. Or let's say I'm just entering a die. It brings it into my stamps notebook by default because that's the one I've been using mostly. But if I want to change that to my dies folder or elsewhere, then what I need to do is once this is brought in here the way I want it, I'm going to come up here and choose this, click this menu, and I'm going to choose Move To, and then I'm going to choose the notebook that I want to move it into. For example, as I said, dies. But in this case, I don't want to do that. It's in the right place, so that's fine. I'm going to triple click the title to highlight it. Then I'm going to right click and copy it. I'm going to open up my label program. Usually I do it before now. And once that's open, I open up the file I use for my labels, which is my file folder with details label. Here is one that I was using earlier. So now I'm going to double click this, right click, choose paste. Now it has pasted the name that I want for this stamp set onto my label. And then I just click print my label. And you can hear my printer has printed out my label. Now I've got that ready for my storage pocket. And what I do is I take the stamp set and I put it in the front of my storage pocket, and I put the coordinating dies in the back of the pocket. I put the label on, and I'm all set. So that's one set done. Now I'm going to show you exactly how long it takes me to do another one. I'm going to go back to my search. Now I'm going to scroll up, and since they're both from Mama Elephant, I'm only going to change Stackable Cuties to the other stamp set that I have, which is called Cupcake Wishes. So again, I type it in the way I want it to appear. Here is the stamp set. I'll wait till it's nice and clear. Then I right click. I choose Evernote Web Clipper and then Clip Image to Evernote. it shows me my Evernote box over here. I clicked that green area. Now this time the image comes in bigger. So I just select the image, scroll down a little bit until I see this square, and I make it smaller because I don't need the image to be that large and it just takes up a lot more space. So that's done. I'm going to triple click to highlight my title, right click and copy, come down to my labeler, double click, right click and paste. It's got my title in here and now I can print out my label. And that's another set done. It's super quick and easy to do. So now let's say that it brings in an image that I don't like. So let's say I need to take a picture. So I'm going to take a picture of that stamp set. Now you're not going to see this because it's on my phone, but you'll see the result when I bring it into Evernote. So it's not going to be the greatest picture because the lighting is not very good, but it's good enough for me to be able to see what it is in my program. So I'm just airdropping this to my computer. And I'm going to delete this one and pretend that it didn't turn out to be a good image. So now I'm going to use this little attach file icon at the top here. It looks like a paperclip. I'm going to click it. And then I'm going to go over to where my images are downloaded. I'm not sure if it's this one. It's this one right here. And then I'm just going to open it. Now this will bring it in very big and I will make it smaller. Just takes a second here. Okay. Now it's also rotated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my image to where my downloads are. And it was this one right here. I'm going to double click it so that it previews it on my Mac. And this is now sitting the right way. I don't need to rotate it. And I'm going to save it. And then when I come back into Evernote, I'm going to delete this image. I'm going to click again. Sometimes it takes more than one try. Now it has brought it in right side up. I'm going to take this sizing handle at the very bottom right, click it, and drag it to make it smaller. Still needs to be smaller than that. And now here's the image that I've got in the program. But this is not the image I want to use. I'm going to go back to what I had found because that was a better image. I'm going to right click and I'm going to save the image in that same place in my downloads. I'm going to take note of the name here. It says S Cupcake Wishes. I'm going to come back into Evernote in that same notebook, sorry, and I'm going to bring in that file. So it was S Cupcake Wishes. I was only showing you that picture in case you don't have a screenshot, you can't find one, or it doesn't work out properly. So here, I'm going to make it small again because I prefer to have this image here, if at all possible. So this is done. Do I have my label? Yes, I've printed out my label. So the two stamp sets are done and organized. Now, to add tags, I'm going to look at my stamp set and see what's on here, and I see that it has already put in a couple of tags for me based on the name. So I already have Cupcake in there, and I see that we have a unicorn. There's a cat. Looks like a bear. Whoops, it's not keeping up with me here. Cat. Then there's a bear. There are numbers. There are candles. There's a star. Actually, it's a shooting star. See, I already have this tag here. So once I type a couple of letters, I can just click on it to select it. What else do we have here? There's a heart. And there's also a circle. I don't know if it's supposed to be a balloon, but anyway, I will type it in as a circle. So all my tags are done here as well. And I forgot to do the tags over here in Stackable Cuties. And the tags are fantastic for finding what you want afterwards. So in this case, I've got some word bubbles. I have a balloon. I have a bear. There's a monkey. There's a raccoon. There's a unicorn. I have quite a few stamp sets now with unicorns, 5 of them in fact. There's a cat, an elephant. Quite a few nice images on here. What else have we got? There's a rhinoceros. There's a dog, a koala bear, and a pig. I could also type in the words that are in those word bubbles, but I'm not going to worry about those because I can see them in the images anyway. So then the last thing I wanted to show you is how to get the extension for Chrome in case you don't have it. And all I do is I go into my search bar here and I'm going to type Evernote Chrome extension. That will bring me to the site where I can get it. See here it says Evernote Web Clipper. Here are the extensions. See, I already have it installed, so if I come here, it will presume that I want to remove it. I don't. When you don't have it installed, the option here is for you to install it. So all you do is you install it. You'll see that my clipper is right over here. That's my Clip to Evernote Chrome extension. There are similar ones for Firefox. I'm going to look that up for you. Firefox extension. It's another name in Firefox, but I'm sure I'll be able to find it this way for Evernote. Here we go. This one only works with Firefox, so search for Evernote Web Clipper, and I'm also going to search for it in Safari for you so that you can see Web Clipper for Safari. And I presume this would be it for Safari. In any case, just search for it in your browser, you'll be able to find it, and then you'll be able to use it this way. Just note that some of the options are a little bit different in the different browsers. The way that I do it, and the way I showed you, is how it works in Chrome, so if that's what you like, maybe you want to consider using Chrome. I hope this has been helpful to you. If you have any questions about this at all, please leave it in the comments below, and I will be very happy to answer you. You can also join my group on Facebook. I'm going to show you where that is. It's called Evernote for Organizing Your Craft Supplies. Thanks again. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video and would like to see more of the same.